Marc Janko is an Austrian footballer who plays as a striker for Swiss Super League club FC Basel and the Austrian national team. Janko is a successful goal scorer, particularly during his time at Austrian Bundesliga club FC Red Bull Salzburg, where he scored 75 league goals in 108 matches, including 39 goals in 35 games in the 2009 October season. He is the son of Eva Janko, who won a bronze medal in the women's javelin event at the 1968 Summer Olympics in Mexico City. Club career Red Bull Salzburg Janko started his career playing at Admiral Wacker from Marparaggraftling, Lower Austria. After successful years he came to Red Bull Salzburg. He was one of the most important players for the team, and in the end of the 2005 season he scored 11 goals in 10 matches. 2008 Euro 09 season, he started the 2008 Euro 09 season scoring 5 goals in the first 2 games. On November 16, 2008, Janko became the all-time club leader for goals scored in one season for Salzburg. His 25 goals in less than half a season surpassed previous record holder Oliver Bierhoff, who scored 23 during the 1990 Euro 91 season. Janko continued his scoring streak with a 4-goal performance against league rival Altach. On December 6, 2008, he surpassed Tony Polster as the all-time half-season scoring champion by registering 30 goals in 20 matches. He scored 5 hat-tricks in the league during the season, including a 4-goal performance after coming on as a second-half substitute against SC Altach. In total he scored 39 goals in 34 games as RB Salzburg won the league. Due to his 39 goals scored in the 2008 Euro 2009 season, he became the goal leader for all leagues worldwide during the year. His success caught the attention of several English Premier League clubs and Celtic. However, he signed a new contract with Red Bull on January 30, 2009, which would have kept him in Salzburg until June 2013. If it had been kept. 2009 Euro 10 season, though there were rumours and speculation that Janko would sign with a different club, he stayed with the Red Bulls. Through 21 games that season, Janko scored 12 goals, which currently puts him in second place in the Austrian Bundesliga behind teammate Roman Wallner. His best games were a 4-goal effort against FC Carinthia on October 4, and a pair of goals scored against Josko Ride on February 13, 2010. Janko was also an integral part of the Salzburg team that enjoyed success in its pool play in the UEFA Europa League. He had a strong performance against Standard Liège on February 19, 2010, scoring his side's 2 goals in a 3-2 loss in the first tie of the round of 32. FC Twente Janko signed a 4-year contract with Dutch club FC Twente on June 21, 2010 and was given the number 21 shirt, previously worn by fellow countryman Marco Unortevia. Twente paid Red Bull Salzburg €7 million for Janko's signature. 2010 Euro 11 season, Janko scored his first goal for his new club on August 21, 2010. Netting his side's first in a 3-0 win over Vitus in the third match of the Eredivisie season. In the club's next Eredivisie match, Janko bagged a brace and notched an assist as Twente defeated FC Utrecht for a 0-0. Janko scored 4 goals for Twente in a 5-0 rout of Heracles on January 19, 2011, while also providing an assist for Luc de Jong's goal. On January 23, Janko scored both goals for Twente as they came from a goal down to defeat FC Groningen. On May 8, 2011, Janko scored the winning goal of the 2011 KNVB Cup final against Ajax in the 117th minute to seal a 3-2 victory. 2011 Euro 12 season, in the Johan Cruyff Scale on July 30, 2011, Janko scored from the penalty spot as Twente defeated reigning league champions Ajax 2-1 to lift the cup. In the first match of the 2011 Euro 12 Eredivisie season, Janko scored the game's only goal as Twente defeated NAC Breda. Janko scored twice on August 28, 2011, scoring Twente's third and fifth goals as they defeated Heerenveen by a score of 5-1. On September 29, he scored twice to lead Twente to a first victory in the Europa League, a comfortable 4-1 win over Wisła Kraków Cube W. On October 15, Janko scored a hat-trick as Twente defeated RKC Wałbrzych 4-0 in an Eredivisie match. On December 1, Janko scored a goal in the final minute of normal time as Twente defeated English club Fulham 1-0 to secure first place in Group K of the UEFA Europa League. FC Porto On January 30, 2012, it was announced that Janko would sign for Porto. On January 31, Janko was officially unveiled as a Porto player and was given the number 29 shirt, joining an AA3 million move and signing a contract until June 2015. On February 5, 2012, he scored his first goal for Porto against Vita Clube de Setúbal in the tour section at Portugal, as Porto won the match 2-0. In FC Porto, Janko don't play your best football and sold her next to Trabzonspor. Trabzonspor On August 28, 2012, after just half a year at Porto, he signed for Turkish club Trabzonspor for a 2.4 million fee. He made his debut for the club 5 days later, coming on for Paulo Henrique in the second half of a 0-1 loss to Gaziantepspor. Janko finally scored his first goal for Trabzonspor on November 19, 2012, opening the scoring for the club in their 2-1 victory over Orduspor. Janko scored his first goal of the 2013-14 season on October 24, 2013, netting Trabzonspor's goal in a 2-0 victory over Legia Warsaw in the group stage of the UEFA Europa League. On December 4, he scored against Bala+/Kayserispor in the fourth round of the Turkish Cup, but the goal was not enough as Trabzonspor fell to a 1-3 defeat. He scored just his second league goal during his time in Turkey on February 23, 2014, netting the game winner against Kayserispor. At the end of the season, Janko was released from his contract, allowing the forward to move to a new club on a free transfer. Sydney FC On July 31, 2014, Janko was announced as the club's new marquee signing for the 2014 A-League season, on a one-year deal, meaning that his wages are permitted to be paid outside the league's salary cap. On August 30, 2014, Janko scored his first goal for Sydney FC during the final of the inaugural Townsville Football Cup in a 2-0 win against Brisbane Roar. On October 24, Janko scored his first A-League goal against Brisbane Roar in a 2-0 victory. His 35-yard shot bounced in the top left corner to give Sydney a 1-0 lead. Janko scored his next two goals in the form of a brace against Melbourne City, after having turned down the opportunity to play for the national team against Brazil. He scored another two goals during Sydney FC's 5-1 rout of Central Coast Mariners on January 24. Janko was awarded the Professional Footballers Australia Player of the Month for February, following a run of 6 goals in 4 games during the month. Janko scored his first hat-trick for Sydney in their 5-4 win against Brisbane Roar on matchday 21 at Allianz Stadium in rather inclement conditions. His hat-trick also saw him become Sydney FC's highest season goal scorer with 16 goals. In addition to this, Janko became the first ever player to score in 7 consecutive matches. The previous record has been held by ex-Brisbane Roar player Bisat Berisha with 6. It was announced via Janko's Twitter and Sydney FC on May 26, 2015 that he would be leaving Sydney due to difficulties with attending league matches and international duty. FC Basel On June 25, 2015, Janko joined Swiss side FC Basel on a free transfer, signing a 1-year deal. Career statistics, as of December 5, 2015. International career. He made his debut for Austria in a May 2006 friendly match against Croatia and earned his second cap in October that year against Liechtenstein. In 2009, he scored one of Austria's 2 goals against Lithuania on October 10, 2009. 4 days later, he scored Austria's lone goal against France. International goals scores and results list Austria's goal tally first. Honours. Club Red Bull Salzburg, Austrian Football Bundesliga, 2006 Euro 07, 2008 a Euro 09, 2009 a Euro 10. FC Twente, KNVB Cup, 2010 a Euro 11, Johan Cruijff Schaal, 2011. FC Porto, Primeira Liga, 2011 a Euro 12. Individual Austrian Football Bundesliga topscorer, 2008 a Euro 09, A-League Golden Boot, 2014 a Euro 15, Professional Footballers Australia Player of the Month, February 2015, A-League PFA Team of the Season, 2014-15, Sydney FC Team of the Decade, 2015. References. External links, official website a Euro Marc Janko, Marc Janko a Euro UEFA competition record, player profile a Euro Red Bull Salzburg, Marc Janko at national-football-teams.com.